Hi, my name is John Adam Daniels, and in this video I'm going to do a brief analysis of two case studies. Each of these case studies pertain to diversity in the workplace and conflict management. The first case study, called The Case of the Faculty Stuck in the Middle, pertains to a dental school called New Horizons University. The dental school was undergoing some fiscally challenging times, as well as issues logistically. Thus, they created a change, which in turn created conflict within the organization. I'll get into that deeper in a moment. The second is regarding workplace disabilities. It's prepared by a myriad of consultants of the Department of Education and Training in the Victorian Government of Australia. In order to analyze these two separate case studies, I'm going to identify the business problems of each case. I'm going to rank order the critical issues. I'm going to evaluate proposed solutions and submit recommendations beyond those proposed solutions. Then I will state the solutions, how they'll be communicated, and at the end of the video, I'll express benefits of studying these components of human behavior in the management practice. So the first case study, the case of the faculty stuck in the middle, pertaining to the dental school in their fiscally challenging times, made a big shift in the way they ran business at the university. And what they did was they created a tenure and a clinical-based track for each of the students coming through. The tenure-based faculty had higher base salaries but worked fewer hours than the clinical-based faculty. The clinical-based faculty brought in real clientele to the dental clinic, thus generating revenue for the dental clinic. However, the clinical-based faculty felt like they had to work much harder to earn their compensation, and they still earned less than private practice individuals outside of the clinical and tenure-based track here at New Horizons University. The most important issue here is the financial issue. The university must have financial support in order to function properly. Their logistical support is also incredibly important. And so the second most important is the interfaculty hardships. In order to fix these solutions, in order to fix these problems, they had attempted to bring in additional clientele and use the clinical tract faculty to generate more revenue. And in turn, the work that the clinical track faculty had to do gave them experience that they could translate to the real world elsewhere beside New Horizons. The tenure-based faculty were then molded to fit the way the New Horizons organization wished for them to be. Of course, this created conflict, and it was improperly communicated to the individuals. The administration could have provided a setting such as a faculty-wide forum where active listening could occur and basic issues of conflict could be clarified. This forum would have also provided the administration with insight into the anticipated issues that often arise with new strategies are proposed to resolve solutions. I think it's important to note that this was an academic community. Academic community and scholars welcome discussion. They expect argument, and they tolerate challenges. These challenges become the foundation of advancing scholarship and the pedagogy, for they may spawn innovation or positive redirection. I think that this should have been communicated to the individuals, both the faculty and the tenure faculty and the clinical faculty. Thus, everybody would be on the same page and they would understand their role within. The tenure-based faculty, being molded to work primarily for New Horizons, would have understood the complaints of the clinical-based and perhaps been able to somehow intercommunicate and fix the solution. The second case study regarding workplace disabilities had several issues as well. This case study was quite different. It involved several case studies brought together to create a lessons learned on how to create a culture within an institution that promotes disabilities, or at least works well with disabilities. The critical issues in order were recruitment, success, and challenges, often very difficult for people to recruit those with disabilities. Then retention is another big issue. Retention, after you've recruited them, becomes incredibly difficult. And finally, understanding benefits and strengths of the employees to which they are recruiting. The proposed solutions would be to offer training that better allows, or that for better understanding of those with disabilities, specifically those who are managers. You could do this at the beginning of the management process whenever they're being hired, and and make them understand that the institution to which they're about to work for is huge on hiring those with disabilities, that it's important to understand the disabilities that they have and to work with those individuals to ensure that they help the organization as well as the organization helps them. In the end, I feel like it's important to understand there's a myriad of issues when it comes to workplace diversity. Not one issue can be fixed, not every issue can be fixed the same way, and communication is always important. Communication is the key to fixing almost every issue. So when it comes to workplace diversity, you have to know who you're working for, you have to make sure you're communicating them well, you have to understand that there is diversity in the workplace. Thanks, I hope you enjoyed my video, my analysis, and I'll see you around.